November paper 2, 2022. Oma intends baking 2 milk tarts for her friends who will be arriving at 5:30. She uses the ingredients and information below. She can only bake 1 milk tart at a time while the first milk tart is in the oven. She prepares the second milk tart in order to put it in the oven the moment the first one is taken out. Okay, so paper 2 is my favorite, so I tend to be able to do it a little bit faster, and I just remind me if I'm too fast. Ingredients and information for 1 milk tart. Okay, information: preparation time 30 minutes, cooking time 40 minutes, temperature 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Where does Oma live? Serves 8 people. Where you need 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of white sugar, butter must be melted, 3 eggs, 1 cup, 1/4 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 4 1/4 of cups of milk. So also note that 1 cup is equal to 250 milliliters. Now, before we continue, I want to deal with the fractions. This is how I handle fractions. I'll say 1/4. I'll say no, I don't deal with that. I don't mess with that. 1 divided by 4 is 0.25 teaspoon. That's what I'm going to be working with. And 4 1/4, I say 4 1/4, and that is 4 plus 1/4, which is 0.25, and that is quarter plus 4 is 4.25 cups, and that's what I will be working with. Okay, so let's go. Oma would like to send milk tart to be Oma would like the second milk tart to be taken out of the oven 15 minutes before her friends arrive. Determine the time Oma must place the first milk tart in the oven. Now, what time are the friends arriving? So Oma's friends are arriving 15 minutes before her friends arrive. Oma's friends are arriving at 5:30. Okay, 17:30 minus the 15 minutes, and then you get 17:15. That's fine. That's when you start taking it out of the oven. Why do I keep saying placing it in the oven? Okay, and then the cooking time. So I'm going to minus the cooking time here, which is 40 minutes. So for the second one will be cooked by the time the friends arrived, 15 minutes before they arrived. So I'm going to go backwards 40 minutes, and I'm going to say 5 minus 0 is 5, and then I'm going to go borrow there, and that's left with 6, and then I'm going to cross there with 1 hour, and when I get there it's going to become 60 minutes. 6 plus 1 is 7, minus 4 is 3, and 1 and 6. Right, at 16:35 this is going to start cooking. So I'm then going to go backwards another 40 minutes. So 40 minutes before I placed the first one into the oven, 40 minutes before that, I placed the oven into the oven, and that's 5, that's 60. So 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5, and that's 15:55. So here's what's going to happen now here. Why am I only minusing cooking time? Remember, while this is cooking, I'm preparing the second one, right? As soon as this is done cooking, I'm popping in the second one and it starts cooking, right? Then when it's done, it will be 15 minutes before 5:30. See that? Okay. So that one's wrong. I'm like, I'm not making my sense to myself there. Okay, let's move on. Convert the baking temperature to degrees Celsius rounded off to the nearest 10 degrees. These are free marks. Literally, these are 3 marks that are completely free. The baking temperature is right there. All you have to do is substitute to the formula. There is Fahrenheit, so which means we are going to substitute the unknown. Degrees Celsius is equal to degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 and multiplied by 5/9. So with the thing what we're going to do here is we're going to substitute 325 Fahrenheit. C degrees is equal to 325 minus 32. That is inside the bracket, multiply by 5, divide that by 9. And then we're going to say 325 minus 32, and that gives us 293 times 5 over 9. And therefore, we're going to say now 293 multiplied by 5, we get that, divided by 9, we get that, and that is 162.777724677 degrees Celsius. Did I say round it off to the nearest 10 degrees? Where is 10 here? 10 degrees here is, this is units, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, up to 9. So 10 is going to be here, and therefore we're going to look at the neighbor, and we're going to say 1. It's below 5, so we're going to say stay the same. What happens to the 2? It becomes a 0, comma, and everything else becomes 0. But because it's on the other side, it doesn't matter. So it's 160 degrees Celsius. Moving on. My battery actually went flat, but I'm almost done, so I'm just going to keep going, and I'm just going to multiply and get the answer there. That's 4.25 multiplied by 250, and that will give us 1062.5 milliliters. And they said we must write our answers in liters, so I'm just going to convert milli to liters. So converting 1062.5 milliliters to liters, we're going to say, going from milli to liters, you remember King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, and the B is liters, meters, and grams. Remember that. And we're going from milli to liters, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So my zeros are 3, and I'm going from small to big, and therefore I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to divide, so that's going to be 1062.5 divided by 1,000, and that will equal to liters. So I'm just going to stop there. I hope that's the end of this part. Yes, I don't know when I'm going to continue because my charger is just not working and I don't feel like going to town. So, okay, we'll see what I can do.